Hi friends, welcome to this episode of Yarny Heart Fiber Art. My name is Jess. You can find me on Instagram at Yarny Heart, and this is the show where I talk about all the yarny things that I've been up to. Now today, I don't have a knitting podcast for you. I also don't have a pattern roundup for you today, but I've had this video idea for a while. Just kind of showcasing how I typically style my knitted items. I feel like there has commonly been like a sentiment on the internet for a while that handmade clothes may be fun to make, but not everybody necessarily knows how to style them or how to incorporate them into their wardrobe. And there's kind of like this perception that people who do knit or crochet don't necessarily wear their pieces on an everyday basis. However, I actually do wear my knits and my crochet items to a lesser extent, but I actually do wear my handmade clothes very often. I feel like I probably wear them anywhere from like 60 to 70% of the time. And so I thought it would be a fun video idea for me to just kind of go through what a typical week in my life would be like, and specifically dressing for every day with my my handmade wardrobe in mind. I don't really have the time to film every single day this week or any week really. So instead what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be trying on all of these outfits here at once as if I was going through a week in my life, even though we're doing this all in one day. But you guys are seeing the vision, right? So I think a few disclaimers though. My ZZ plant has gotten a fruit fly problem, and I literally have like a little pesticide spray that is coming within the next 3 hours, but they are driving me absolutely crazy. So if you see me swatting away some fruit flies or just being generally more jumpy than usual, that's why. Disclaimer 2, I'm literally getting a haircut tomorrow and my hair is driving me nuts. So I'm probably gonna be fiddling with it more than usual. And disclaimer 3, I went to my first ever Pilates class like 2 days ago, and it was the hardest thing that I've ever done, for one. And 2, I'm the sorest that I have ever been in my life. Like yesterday was much worse. I feel a lot better today, but I am still feeling very stiff. Like I can't really bend over without groaning. Aside from that, let's go ahead and get into the styling. So with this, I'm also doing my best to like get the right framing, but I've never done this kind of a video before, so we'll just see, but I'm doing my best. Also, I'm like a strict no shoes in the house kind of girly, so I've got my doormat here. Okay, let me see if I can do this correctly. There's my bangs. Like I said, I am getting a haircut literally tomorrow, and in the meantime, my bangs are driving me absolutely crazy, but cute. Starting new necklace. I have a feeling I'm just gonna put this necklace on once and then like use that as my jewelry for the whole video because I am too lazy and I can't be bothered to keep changing my jewelry for every single outfit. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this or not, but I do feel like this could benefit from having just like a little extra oomph. Yeah, something like that. So I'm thinking that this is a really cute fairy core kind of vibe. I forget the name of the designer of this cardigan and I'm gonna look it up real quick. You really would have thought that I would have like prepared more to do a video, but you know, it doesn't really always work out that way. So the pink dress is from Madewell. I'm currently wearing the Romanticist bandana by Meredith Campbell, the Clara cardigan by ara.ph on Instagram. I did do this as a test. I was about to say test knit, but it's more of a test crochet. But I do really love this cardigan. It's very versatile and I wear it all the time. And then I'm kind of envisioning this as my Sunday outfit. I do attend church on Sundays, and I think that this would be a pretty nice, like dressy, also modest, but also whimsical and full of personality kind of outfit to wear on a Sunday. And then I would be pairing this with my good old trusty Tom's wedges. I feel like these wedges are totally my go-to shoes during the spring and summer. This made me too tall for the camera, but this would be the final look. So I'm thinking for a Sunday this would be really cute. I really like the combination of this cardigan. Like I said, I wear it all the time during the spring. It's just a really good lacy layering piece. I'm taking these shoes off so that I can actually talk to you. But I really love like the bell sleeve details. I feel like for me this is such a great basic piece for layering, but it's also a bit of a statement. And so I really like to pair it with something that's a bit more understated underneath, like having a really solid color, light colored basic as your base layer, being able to pair it with this cute little cardigan. I think this is the only cardigan in my lineup today, and I'm gonna take it off because I am sweating. Okay, so moving on to Monday. I do work from home on Mondays. I'm blessed enough to work from home on Mondays. So typically around the house I'm just wearing like a t-shirt, sweats, whatever. But after work, if I were to go out with friends or something, this might be something that I wear. This is the Kira top by Gotta Hook on Instagram. Admittedly, I don't wear this top that often, but I thought it would be a fun challenge to try and style it for this video, and maybe challenge myself to actually wear it more often. This is one of those pieces where, unfortunately, realistically, like, I don't have a lot of occasions to wear this to, particularly when we're talking about like our usual places being like the office or like, you know, it's just kind of like a little out there. But this piece does predate my YouTube channel. And this was actually the first piece that I crocheted that got me back into crocheting and then back into knitting from there. So I feel like I made this at a time where I wasn't really too certain of like what my personal style was yet. But I digress. These shorts are, I think they're Sonoma Jean Company, but I thrifted them in college and they're like still my favorites. I wear these shorts literally all the time on repeat. The tank top here, this is actually a pajama top from Lucky Brand that I bought recently. So it came with like this tank top and then like a matching like little pointelle short. I would pretty much only wear the shorts to sleep, but I actually bought the whole set because I wanted the tank for layering purposes. And then, like I said, this is the Kira top by Gotta Hook. I would probably pair it with my Hokas. I'm using my Hoka Bondi 8s and they're really cute because they have this little like flower embroidery on them, but I do feel like they match some of like the pink details in this particular Oink Pigments colorway that I crocheted this out of. Yeah, so that would be the fit. Here, I'll put on one of the shoes for you at least so you can see the whole fit. Oh, this hurts from the Pilates, but that'd be the fit. I'm now regretting my decision to keep this necklace on for all of these outfits. So Tuesdays, I do unfortunately have to go to the office, and it is freezing in my office, but it is hot in my apartment, so I'm currently blasting the air conditioning. But this is what I would wear on a Tuesday if I were going into the office. This is a recent finished object of mine that I have not shared on the podcast, but this is the top from the Dandelion Cardigan and Top like dual pattern by Posong Knit. It's really cute. It's meant to be like a matching like top and then like shell cardigan. I haven't knitted the cardigan yet, but I did finish the top a while ago and I've been wearing it. And this is just kind of like a basic heat tech turtleneck from Uniqlo. The pants are Ella Moss, but they're from Costco. And I would pair these with my very favorite Madewell brown leather loafers. Ah, that leg is tighter than the other one right now. Ta-da! So this is by no means a groundbreaking outfit, but I do literally just wear this top all the time, so I find it very realistic to include in this. But on Wednesdays, I also get to work from home, which is very nice. Realistically, if I was going out after work for errands or anything like that, or out to dinner, this is probably what I'd throw on. Super casual and comfortable. I'm wearing the same Lucky Brand tank that I talked about earlier. But the main piece of this ensemble is the Oolong tank by Amy Sher. I do genuinely wear this shirt like all the time. Like I knitted it maybe 2 summers ago, and it is literally like my most worn piece probably out of anything that I've knitted at this point, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I just throw this on. It's so easy. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. Today I'm dressing it down. These pants are splendid, but they're also from Costco. Shout out Costco. For a casual errand run or something, I would most likely just be wearing these with my UGG platform slippers, which give me a nice little bit of extra height, which I could always use. Ta-da! Ta-da! It's Friday Junior, aka Thursday. As you can see, Thursdays are typically my other in-office day, so I do tend to dress up a little bit more for those days. If you've been here on my channel for a little bit already, you already know this is the Vilma top. This is one of my wardrobe staples, and I talk about it all the time. It's actually in the profile picture for this channel. But yeah, I mean, I love this top. I wear it seriously all the time in like all occasions. A lot of times I'll also layer it over like something that's all white. But I do also like to incorporate some of the yellow elements in it. And this one in particular, I knitted with a strand of alpaca, and that's kind of like this mustard color. So it does bring a little bit of like a brown element to it. So I do sometimes also like styling it like this, kind of with more of a brown leaning vibe. But yeah, so like I said, this is the Vilma top by Gregoria Fibers. The shirt that I'm wearing underneath it is by Princess Highway, which is an Australian brand that I absolutely love. I purchased their shirts off of ModCloth. I haven't bought anything from them in a while because it is kind of an investment, but they are 100% linen, so it's super great for the summer, especially if you're in a climate like mine where it's hot in the summer, but then it's cold in the office, so you kind of need to like straddle the line between that. And yeah, I love their shirts. I love this one in particular. It's got like pears on it. And then this skirt is from the Kusok Terminal Underground Mall in Korea, so unfortunately you'd be kind of hard pressed to find something exactly like this, but yes, this is from the Underground Mall in Korea. Shout out to Underground Malls in Korea. And then I am pairing this once again with my Madewell brown leather loafers. Swear to God, I wear these shoes like this would be my second office outfit. Ta-da! I do really like wearing my knitwear to the office, and I think similarly to that, a lot of the pieces that I knit kind of translate well into office wear. Like especially lately I've been knitting a lot of cardigans and layering pieces, but I tend to knit a lot of things that are bra friendly, and kind of like have a little bit more coverage. That's a personal preference. Like I like things to be cropped so that they're not like too long on me, but I typically don't wear things that are like too cropped, just because I'm uncomfortable in them. But that does mean that a lot of my knitwear is typically very office appropriate. Congratulations, babe, you made it to Friday. Yeah, literally, like, ever since I finished this top, if it is a casual affair, you will catch me in this outfit. I've been wearing this exact outfit like on repeat for every like 70-ish 75 degree-ish day. It's just classic. It's just so good. And I mean, it's a little plain. Like when I was putting this on just now and I was looking in the mirror and I was like, it's a little plain, isn't it? And typically when I wear this outfit, that is like a little bit of how I feel. I'm like, it's a little, could use a little bit of like an oomph, but honestly, like if it's Friday, I'm usually so tired that I'm at the point that I don't care if my outfit is a little bit plain. I do personally think that this shirt does all the talking. This is the Heart Drop Pullover by from Mayo. I remember having this exact crisis when I talked about this shirt on the podcast a little while ago. I don't like how this angle is. I've been fiddling with this and I still can't, like, if any other YouTube, Instagram, TikTok girlies want to give me any advice for how to make these angles look a little bit better when I'm doing like these full outfit try-ons, please let me know in the comments. But keep in mind also, like, I live in a studio apartment, so I'm working with some very limited space here. Anyway, I'm totally letting my ADHD get the better of me right now. Anyway, this is my typical casual outfit. I just throw this on and it's perfect and it's amazing. This is the Heart Drop Pullover by Frem-Mayo. There is a long sleeve and a short sleeve version. This is the short sleeve version. And then these shoes I got from Nordstrom Rack like last year. They are Circus NY by Sam Edelman, but they're like these red corduroy ballet flats. Wear these all the time. I love them, and honestly having these shoes in my collection now have really made me incorporate a lot more red into my wardrobe, which I think is fun and exciting. And I remember when I bought these, I was like, I don't want them to be just a gimmick shoe that I wear once or like with one outfit. And I've succeeded in making them work for many different outfits. But these pants are awesome, and I can't get them like fully in the front. There we go. They're like these super wide leg elastic waistband pants. These are also from the Gusok Underground Terminal in Korea. But if you want to recreate an outfit like this, just a t-shirt and any super wide leg pants will do. And then just having a little matching flat, and that's the outfit. Yeah, I feel like there's not much more to say about this one. It's pretty simple, but it gets the job done, and realistically I wear this exact outfit like all the time for all kinds of occasions. So yeah, this one's just an honorable mention because I honestly forgot how many days are in the week, so I only picked out 6 outfits. Oops. So here's an honorable mention for Saturday. This is recycling the same pants from Gusok Terminal for my Friday outfit, but this is the Tuileries Polo by Sumin Kim. I honestly haven't worn this one in a while because I set it aside because I wanted to go back and make the collar longer, and then I never got around to doing that. So it's just been kind of sitting there, and I forgot it was there for a little bit, honestly. But I think if anything, this is motivation for me to actually go back and fix the collar. But regardless, I did still get a lot of wear out of this last summer. And if I fix the collar, I mean, I have plenty of yarn to do it. I just keep getting distracted and wanting to do more exciting things. I mean, you know how it is, right? But I do still really like this one. It's very easy to throw on. It goes with a lot of things. It goes really well with denim. I'm actually saying now it goes really well with dark denim. I've been styling this with light denim most of the time. Yeah, so honorable Saturday mention for the Tuileries Polo because I forgot that Saturday exists. How could I forget that Saturday exists? It's literally the best day of the week. So that's it for my week of handmade outfits. This was a pretty experimental kind of video for me. If you've been here for a while, then you know that I don't typically do videos like this. But I had a lot of fun, and honestly, like, this isn't even a fraction of my actual hand knit wardrobe, but I think for me, especially for right now in the climate that we're in right now in the spring summer transitional season, I did really want to focus more so on my spring summer knits, and I feel like that is also where most people have trouble styling their knits, is more so in the spring summer category. I feel like sweaters and cardigans are typically a bit easier to style. But that being said, like, totally let me know if you want a part 2, because that wasn't even all of my spring summer knits. Gosh, I have a lot of clothes, huh? Let me know if you would like to see a part 2, because I certainly had a lot of fun doing this. I feel like if I were to do this again in the future, I might be more organized about the whole thing. I've had like a kind of crazy month, 2 months, which is why I haven't sat down to film a podcast, and I kind of didn't really have the motivation to sit down and film a knitting podcast like right this minute. But I did have this idea for making this kind of a video where I'm like styling my knits. In the moment, it personally just seemed like more fun to me right now to make this kind of a video. Kind of lighthearted. I don't really have to think very much, you know, just putting together outfits, because I do like also being able to show off my personal style and show off, not to humble brag or anything, but like also show off some of the pieces in my collection that I've accumulated over the years of my knitting and crochet journey. If you are new to my channel and this is your first time watching, thank you so much for checking this channel out. This is not typically the kind of video that I do. I typically do a lot of knitting podcast content. I have had kind of a lapse in content recently, but I'm constantly trying to get back onto a somewhat regular posting schedule. My life is kind of a mess right now. Maybe you can expect a podcast update from me soon. I've certainly been working on a lot of stuff, kind of as I showed you. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for returning to watch my channel. And regardless of if you have seen me before or if you have not seen me before, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I hate to sound like a beggar on the internet, but it really does help me out a lot. It really helps YouTube know to push my content to others. And I know that it is kind of pointless to get caught up with the numbers and the algorithm and the views and stuff like that. But it is kind of one factor that has led to like my decreased motivation in posting is just unfortunately, my podcasts don't have as much of a reach as they used to, or as much of a reach compared to the effort that I put into making them. So that does kind of make things a little bit difficult. So if you subscribe to this channel, if you leave a like on this video, leave a comment, those are all things that help the algorithm know that my video is worth watching and helps push it to other people. I think that's all that I have for you all today. Like I said, I really hope to get back into podcasting soon. I have a lot that I want to share with you. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care and I'll see you very soon. Bye.